Hey guys, Mr.III here, and it's that time of the year again where it's cold and we all feel it, and so do our cars. So on top of my CR-V right now you can see some fresh snow. It's a winter wonderland, or some people see it as misery. But today we're going to be actually trying out this air compressor. This is from Fanttik. My sister got it for Christmas, and I actually did do a video trying it on my CR-V here. So I have 3 other cars in the background to test this out properly, since I found that this actually had a few hidden, I don't know what you want to call it, functions or something better to make your life a little easier. And then on my other video, I did kind of say some things that were a little negative against them, even though later on I found it in the manual. So lesson to be learned is to read the manual first before you even try to shoot an unboxing video. All right, so if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's go test out this puppy. So if you're trying to find this product on Amazon, it's called the Fanttik X9 Pro. They do have a sale. I think it's right now 60 bucks on there, originally $80. Remember, these prices do change, so I'll put a product link down below if you want to pick one up for yourself, or just Google it, or search on Amazon if you don't want to use those links. But hey, I made it a little easier for you. But I'm going to be showing you like the size difference. This is what I used to have actually in my car, and I had this since 2011, and that's kind of the difference that you see in size. So it's much smaller. It does look like even like a little padlock, so that's a nice little feature. This, you actually have to plug into your cigarette lighter and power it that way. And then looking at this one, it actually has an internal battery, and you can charge it with a USB Type-C, which I do like, but you gotta remember this. This is a big thing. If you actually take this out and it's not charged, you're not gonna actually inflate your tires with it. So if you do leave it in your car, and especially during winter time, batteries do drain quickly. So if you are in that tight position that you left this in your car and then drive out for a road trip and you do get a flat, don't be expecting to use this if the battery is dead. Because I even tried using one of my battery jumpers as a test, and I'll even put the little footage up here. It did not want to work and function. All right, so the thing died again. I guess I didn't give enough time. But what I'm trying here is using my portable battery jumper. This one's by I. I love this thing. It always saves you in a few rough places, I gotta say, with the jumping with the car. This thing is a life changer, and it works on, well, even that Honda Odyssey, which had trouble in the winter. But I have it plugged in. I'm gonna go see if I can actually use this. Oh, so I'll bring this a little closer so you can see. All right, so here's the closer look. Like I said, it has that padlock look. And if we actually get our focus on it here, there's a intake and an exhaust for outtake. We do have buttons. So if I have the angle here, you can see this button on the far right there. That's to change functions. Then this one is actually to turn on a flashlight. And then we have the plus and minus to increase and decrease pressure. And then also the power button. But when you actually push the power button, nothing happens, even when you hold it down for a few seconds. See? Nothing. And that's because it does have actually a switch right in here inside. So when I actually open this, the screen turns on as, whoops, I don't know what's the best way to try to show you there, because all I see is flashing on my screen here. And right now, all it says is 0, 0, which when I hit the function, it gives us a few different things, like I can put car mode, or one is for a bicycle or motorcycle, actually. Hit it again, there's the bicycle one. And then sports equipment. So that indicator's right there how it goes, and it has preset PSIs for each of these. So If I go over here, it says 36 for your car. For the motorcycle, it says 35, 45 for your bicycle. And then, let's see, if I even look at the basketball, it says 8. So the first one, this is the one that you can actually change. So this is the one that I'm gonna put everything on 33. Since when you open up your car door, you see cold tire pressure on there. It's recommended 32. I'm just gonna use 33. And if you look at the tire, you can even see the rating too over there. It says a max of 44. So typically, you go look at your tires versus what's on the door, since you could also have different types of wheels on there. We're gonna give you a little sound check with just it blowing. And the nice thing is the tube is actually connected, attached, so you don't have to worry about screwing that in. And then the valve, it spins, so you do twist it onto your vehicle. So it's, I feel, a much better design than the press down and then try to latch, since you always lose a lot of air that way too. So when I press that power button, that's how the compressor sounds. It does also have a hidden compartment. When I take off my glove here, you can see the needle. And then this is also an attachment for mountain bikes or even like the road bikes. So they have that special, I don't know what you want to call, it's for the valve to get onto that, because some bikes do not have the regular fitting, just like this. So get this capped, there we go. And just a fair warning, if you're trying to pull one of these out, I used a coat hanger, which the metal ones worked perfect because it is tough to pull. All right, and back to this. So if you're wondering if you turn it off, or you can turn it off by holding the power button. There we go, screen is off. So if you are attached to your vehicle and going to each tire and the screen turns off and you're pressing all these buttons because it has a automatic 3-minute shut off, then you just have to hold the power button for a few seconds. There we go, it's back on. And see, it even saved the 33. So that first one, you can save your presets that way. The other ones, when you switch on car mode, it's always gonna have the car function for 36. So you cannot change that number. So that's stationary or stuck like that. And then even showing you the flashlight when I press that, that's how it looks. I'll even show you some night footage here. All right, and here's the intensity of the light at night. So you can see how it looks and works. So I just got that back tire pumped, and now just unscrewing this. And then if you press it one more time, it has an SOS feature. It's not super bright, but still gets the job done. Oh, and also on the bottom, there's that USB Type-C. And like I said, when you do try to charge it up, make sure, even for your first use, that's 100%. Because when I took it straight out of the box, it said it was 50%, which really it was 25%. I only got 3 tires done. So we're gonna see if I can actually accomplish 2 vehicles with this on a full charge. All right, so I think I covered most of all the things about this. So let's go test it out on a car's tire. All right, so taking off my glove here to get the cap off, and placing this on is pretty simple. Just get it right on there and righty-tighty. All right, so according to this, it says my tire pressure is 25. And like I said, I set this on 33, so we can actually even put a little timer on. And see how long that takes. Ready, set, go. All right, and that's time. It says 33, and it looks like it used 1 bar. So the bar system on this, when it's full, it's 75 to 100. And then it goes, you know, down next to 50 to 75. So when you get to the last one, I think it's like 20 or 22% they put to 0. So they're like, okay, recharge when you get to that last bar. So that kind of gives you an idea. We'll see if I can actually complete and actually do all 4 tires here. So I'm just gonna do this off camera and I'll come back with a report because I'm gonna be sitting inside the car since feeling the wind and all the rest. I'm not having a good time out here. I'd rather be actually skiing, that'd be more fun. And once more, if you haven't, don't forget to like and subscribe. And now we're here. So it did successfully inflate all 8 tires. So that's 2 vehicles. So I thought that was, you know, the custom or typical amount of vehicles that you would try to inflate, since most people have, you know, significant other, spouse, or whatever you want to call it. So you typically want to inflate 2 cars in a season or whatever you want to deal or call it. So looking at the readout, I have exactly 1 bar left. So, whoops, there we go, 1 bar left. I don't know. Like I said, it's tough to see it on the screen here. I did notice one thing too. So since the hose is maybe about 8 inches at that, so about 9 inches there. It's not long enough to actually like reach the ground. So if something, this will be hanging depending on where the valve stem is. And yes, you can rotate your car, but the thing is, you're not gonna be doing that for each wheel, which would be outrageous, since once you get them on, you know, all 4 tires are not, you know, in the same position. But my final thoughts, I actually did enjoy using this rather than my other compressor, since that one, I don't even have a digital readout. So setting it up, I have to look at the little needle jump and then hit that one spot and stop. And this automatically stopped, which I was able just to hop in the car and stay in the warmth versus staying outside and trying to figure out if it's really at the same PSI. And then once you detach it, you always lose a good amount of pressure with that other one. And this was perfect, that it just kept the right amount and I barely saw anything. So I'll try to do a readout. So the average car's PSI for car number 1 or SUV, there was about 28 PSI, and we pulled it up to 33. And then on the secondary vehicle, it was at 30 PSI, and we brought it up to 33. So that kind of gives you an idea of how much we actually inflated on each of those vehicles. So once more, I wanna thank you all for watching this. If this is a product that you want to try, product link is down below. If not, I hope this helped you figure out if you want to go this route or even try a different brand, but just remember, keep it charged. Alrighty, so that sums it all up. Mr. 3 out.